Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Wake your asses up. Wake that ass up. That's right. Good morning. Get up. Ain't no sleeping up in here. I've been saying that lately. Usually when I'm the one who's sleeping. Can I get an amen? I'm not today, though. I'm feeling good. Seriously, I'm keeping it real with you. Look, I ain't playing with it. Got my oatmeal with big old. These are some big, plump, juicy blueberries. And I wonder, where do they get them this time of year? I don't care. Just keep getting them. I'm just saying. Listen, I am hedging my bets, so to speak. What I'm doing is I'm finding my joy wherever it lives. Why? Because we are officially inside, whether you acknowledge it or not, the holiday season. And I know from years of experience that many times I didn't look forward to it. Seriously, for a number of reasons. But a lot of people deal with holiday blues for a lot of reasons. It's everything from weight to that cousin they can't stand that they got to be around for a lot of time over the next couple months. So our experts are here today, and we're going to talk about what's up. How do you deal with it? What do you think about it? The holiday blues, and how to get around it and turn it, like everything that comes down that path towards us, into something purposeful, something that serves us and not the opposite. Can I get an amen? Okay, well then. All right, you guys, welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Laura Michaels Harris. That's a bell of purpose. You all know what that means. I hit it with purpose and on purpose because that bell has a ring to it, and so does the truth. So when there's some truth out there, you're going to hear it. Oh, this is my drink thing. I almost shook. Have you ever shook your thing with it open? I do it all the time. That's that stuff. So supposedly I'm not sore tomorrow. It's all in here. Anyway, welcome my sidekick, Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo, to the show. And a couple announcements before I get. We have 2 out of the 4 experts today. Tracy Randolph is doing some new things and adjusting her schedule, but she's getting it together. She just texted and said she'll be here next time for sure. And Tim Chung, mindset coach, is on his way to Hawaii. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Not. Right, it's snowing out here right now in Chicago. What's the weather looking like in your neck of the woods? Drop it in the comments. A couple announcements. You heard about Trajectory. You see that we're doing Trajectory Kids. We're also going to have another section of the network that you'll hear about in the next week or so. We're putting it together now, entitled Trajectory Cares. And that's where you will be able to come and find some of your most loved nonprofit organizations and their shows. This is what we're working on now. So if you have anybody that you know, not just a nonprofit, a kid, a person, anyone that is a consummate storyteller and has a story to tell, which is all of us, we're looking for them. We're looking for great storytellers and content creators right here on Trajectory TV. So again, congratulations to my brothers over at Triple Nickel in Kohl's now until sometime in January. So I went to the Kohl's site and purchased a t-shirt the other day. And get over and find Triple Nickel in the store or online, and let's support them. I remember when this was just an idea for them, and look at them now, right? The book is out. It went #1. If you want to know more about that, hit me up. I'll be happy to talk to you about that. And it's official. Power of We Symposium headed to Romania, spring of 2023, the first 18 days or so, somewhere within that time frame of May, we will be heading over to Romania, and the State Department is doing something with us. Comfort Cases, the nonprofit providing backpacks to kids in care, are partnering with us, and a couple more surprises coming. But a few of the Power We team that you're used to seeing will be going, and we're very excited to take this Legacy of Hope tour over to Romania. Very excited about that. And I just had to put this up here. She's here today, and Jamie Lane. First of all, okay, Amy Lane. I see she changed her name because I don't see a J. It must be hanging off. There's a coaching note. But I can get around that missing J because I love everything else here. I just absolutely love what this girl is doing. There's not just fire in that picture. There's fire in her soul, in her heart. And like she says, you weren't rejected. You were redirected. That is, that's a bad mama jamma right there. She's here today, Jamie Lane, as well as she's back, right? About time she sat her ass down. This girl, I don't know, she can't keep up with her. She's back though, and we're so happy she's back. I'm speaking of Dominique Rivera, the Oracle. So I ain't even doing anything else. I'm popping them in. Oh, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Excellent.
Why did you sound like you're holding a hit?
She is.
Ear.
Good morning.
Okay. Oh, cheers. What's in your mug?
Coffee?
Jane? Okay. Just plain coffee or a whole bunch of other shit?
No,
Irish coffee?
No, just coffee, but I do coconut weed sometimes with it.
Coconut who?
Weed, like butter, coconut butter, but weed butter is weed coconut, and I just haven't made a batch.
Do you have weed in everything you eat?
Oh, yeah, I have like 9 pounds of hemp. I have hemp protein powder, hemp seeds, flour. I have everything. That my life is cannabis, dude. Look.
I know. I mean, but I see you online, and kudos, badass bitch, Jamie, because I'm telling you what, you're really doing the darn thing. And your messages are like gut punches of truth, and I appreciate them. And
Thank
the
you.
world is on the way to appreciating them too. Now look who's here in the middle. The prodigal oracle came returned home finally. Where you been and what you been doing, Oracle? Fill us
I
in.
feel like that guy from Ancient Aliens. I think this is how his hair started to start doing that thing.
I know it's
So I
popping
guess
out.
I just earned it from my badge of honor this summer.
You look beautiful in that color, by the way.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Welcome.
Oh, you weren't talking to me. Sorry.
Yeah, so I've been traveling the country, learning about permaculture this summer, learning about production, getting my hands on cameras that otherwise I wouldn't have had access to, or programs that otherwise I wouldn't have access to. I had a really fantastic divine run in with some people from Discovery Channel at the end of my journey in a
Oh, I
very
remember that.
remote place that was completely off grid, and there they were, and there I was, as things go. So yeah, it was an insanely amazing summer, and I learned a lot about independence.
I want to know something that I saw on your page over the summer. When did you become a tattoo artist? I just suddenly, all of a sudden, you're like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist, and then the next day, there's some fool laying there letting you tattoo him. I'm just kidding. Some person was like, "How did you end up being a tattoo artist?"
So I've been tattooing for 12 years.
Oh,
And I stopped taking clients for a while because I wanted to focus on spirituality. And then I wound up blending both worlds. So now I do alchemical tattoos, which is basically I listen to a person's body, hear what traumas they're suppressing, and spirit shows me a channeled image of a sigil, a power symbol, a talisman that is activated for that person so that way they can get through that situation. Hmm.
so wait a minute.
So we do it as a ceremony.
I love
But are you saying they don't even know what the tattoo's gonna be or look like until it's
Yes,
on them?
they don't. They don't. I just tell them what I find in the
Yep.
body. They always agree. And I said, okay, when you show up for your ceremony, you'll have it. They always love it. They could feel it. And we do like a cleansing, like with smoke, like a special mapacho, which is a type of tobacco from Peru
You're
specifically.
talking Jamie's language now. Smoke.
it.
Smoke.
I don't
Look
care
at
what
her.
kind of smoke it is. You can give it to me.
Oh my God. You probably
That
you really, even something burning on the stove with smoke gets you going, huh, Jamie?
Except for
Okay.
nicotine, but yeah.
you know,
Sorry,
you know
guys.
how you know when you're a pothead, when you hear a lighter and you're asleep and you go, who
Oh,
has it?
that's for crackheads, meth heads, anybody with a lighter. I know you. I'm telling. So look, listen. I'm glad you're here. And we're even more happy
Me
about
too.
you all being here today. Listen. Let's really be interactive today. I'm serious. Don't sit back and be shy. A closed mouth does not get fed, and we want you to pour into us, meaning the three of us here, just like we want to pour into you and each other. Today, ladies, I wanted to talk about this because I've already heard the murmurings. People, as soon as those lights and things go up in your town, or, for me, it starts in the grocery stores because, they had candy corn out in April. They did. They had candy corn out in April. And so it gets earlier and earlier. But I don't want to talk about the commercial aspect. I don't want to talk about the religious aspect. I want to talk about the mental wellness, the mental wealth, the depression, all the good and the other. Because I don't think anything's bad, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of people deal with different holiday issues, triggers, especially now that this is, in my opinion, the real first holiday season that people are really comfortable. Last year, I know a lot of people had split households or split families
Mm.
because there was the vaxxed house and the non-vaxxed house. And then the year
Mm-hmm.
before that, wasn't nobody going no damn where. For real. If Jesus would have wanted to, I ain't being blasphemous. If Jesus would have wanted to come to Thanksgiving that year, he would have had to get his
He would
plate
have brought the cannabis and I would have smoked them out.
no, he would have got here in this house. He'd have got his plate out on the front porch. I'm just saying because I wasn't going near anybody. Right? That's the mindset where we all were. We didn't know what we didn't know, but now here we are on the cusp of a new. We're really already baptized inside this new season of holiday cheer. So we're going to talk about what should we focus on in order to not focus on those things that do not serve us. So I found a little ditty. That's what Jax always says when we do our I Heart show. Lauren, you got a little ditty? And I always want to go da dun da dun dun dun. Ah, mammy, how I love you, that kind of thing. So I have a little ditty for you. If I can find it. Oh, I think my tech skills are wavering. Seriously, some days I feel like I'm on it, and some days I'm like, how do you do this shit? Okay, so let's look at this little thing. It's called Dealing with Depression During the Holiday Seasons. It's actually from a news station somewhere.
The holidays supposed to be a joyful time of
Let's
year,
look.
but for some people battling depression and anxiety, this can be one of the hardest, from family drama to extra stress. Dr. Roger LaRoche is a psychiatrist at the Line of Health.
Hey, Roger.
Joining us with some advice to help navigate this season. Good to have you here today.
Thank you, Pat. Good to be here.
Why the holidays? Why does that amplify this kind of problem?
There's an echo.
Well, it's a simple answer. Most
We don't hear
psychiatric
it.
conditions, primarily depression, are what we call biopsychosocial disorders, meaning there's a heavy component of influence genetically and psychologically and socially, and all three of those factors are peaked during the Christmas holiday time.
Anyone particularly affected? Any age group, any sex? But is it equal opportunity when it comes to
Yeah,
this?
it's important to know that at any time, any point in time, at least 20% of us Americans do manifest some type of psychiatric symptom. Maybe not yet as a disorder, but certainly some symptoms. And so when you're talking that high number, 1 in 5, it's pretty, what did you say, equal opportunists. And
Okay, enough. So there it is. 1 in 5. There's 3 of us here. So that means a quarter of one of us is going to get depressed or something over the holidays. Who wants to start? Let's start with this question for you guys too. Have you recently or any time in your adult life actually knew that you were depressed, whether you let anybody know or showed it or talked about it or not, but you were depressed because it was the holidays? Raise your hand here if you have been. Oh, Oracle, you've never been depressed during the holidays.
I cannot honestly say that I remember that.
Do you celebrate the holidays?
I do.
Okay. Well, you're one of the blessed ones. Well, Jamie, let's start with you. When was it, and do you know why was it?
Oh yeah. It was when I was in the military, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I know that they slaughtered the Indians, and that's not why it is. But am I still there? Oh.
There you are.
Look,
Oh,
I promise
okay. So,
I promise y'all. Let me just say this real quick.
Oh no. This is what we're doing today.
was this me or is it him?
I don't know
No,
who it
it's
is.
here. It's here.
Ooh.
It's here. That's why I'm getting Starlink, Elon Musk stuff. They say it works everywhere. I'm so over this all the time. They do it on purpose.
Yep. Thing. Yeah, so around Thanksgiving, like just being in the military, having to be away during that time because you can't control leave and stuff like that. So I don't anymore. It doesn't really affect me anymore. But it used to in the military. So that's very specific. And I think it's important for people to acknowledge and be aware of specifically, what is doing it and try to pinpoint it, because I think our bodies do remember trauma. Even if you don't consciously, subconsciously, our bodies are going to remember it. And if you can't identify what's going on, you're not going to get through it. So I think it's important to acknowledge that.
I just remembered now, while he's gone, the year that I remember a holiday where I was depressed. It was right after I got divorced. It was my first single holiday. And it was Thanksgiving was my first single holiday. And Christmas, my first single holiday after being married. It was a military marriage. And it was my first year after my divorce, and it was like very closely connected. And this year, interestingly enough, lands the same way. This is my first Thanksgiving single again, and my first holidays single again, but I don't feel depressed about it this time. The first time I was depressed about it because all of my family had left to go visit someone else in a different state, and I was alone. I was like really alone, you know. But this year, no,
Ooh, that
I'm
was
good now.
creepy.
Same
I'm
cycle,
back.
same pattern, time.
Scandal. Wait. You know what? You're gonna quit just dropping bombs, scandal bombs on folks without. It's like bitch slapping somebody. What do you mean divorced? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was married when I was in the military, and I was married for like 4 years, and then we got divorced. I was very young. I just turned 18 and got married when I was 18.
Wow. Okay, so there it is, 3 out of 3. Yours just took a little time to come up to the surface. Jamie, you said I didn't get to hear it. You said something about you were in the military, right? I'm so over this.
Oh,
Not y'all. I'm over Comcast.
this is the good picture though. This is the good frozen picture though.
That is a good. You know what? You're right. Let me get that
Get
that's
it,
for the
get it.
book. I'm trying. Wait.
It's so stoic.
Got it. You do it
Yeah,
too, and we'll do another one.
I
So
know.
listen, let me see what people are saying about um oh, she's gonna come back. Wait, I gotta go up to the top. I think everybody's got something to say about this. Um Robert Brooker says he has done that before. Oh, hi, Sherry McQueen. She says it's snowing cold where she's at. Ross McCrary, so good to see you here, man. Um, Facebook user.
Morning, Rob.
Oh, that's Misty.
Hey, Misty.
Hayden, that's my buddy. Oh, she uses medicinal coconut oil and honey. Um, Tracy, how is Tracy watching?
Because
Oh,
she's
because
being bad at work. She's being
she's
bad.
working. Right. Oh, you better tell on her. So I'm assuming this is Tracy who says protect your vibe. It is sacred. Hi, Christopher.
Hi,
Christopher
Chris.
Casson, who just moved into a new apartment. Looks really cool.
Congratulations.
And Robert Brooker, good morning to you. I know, we know. Yes, Christopher, everybody's freezing up. Okay, Sherry McQueen, finally something about the topic. 2003, very specific. Oh, badass bitch is back. Sorry, Jamie. Oh, you need some privacy? 2003 and 12 Christmas, first year after my mom and dad passed. That makes sense. Okay. Robert has a lot to say, as always, but a lot to say about he says he does deal with it. Hi, Maria. Okay, here's one. Maria says, I fall in the trap of comparing holidays of the past and family gatherings, and that's when things go downhill. My boys are young adults, and providing for their wants as they get older is much more difficult for a small business owner. Um, wow, Tracy. Oh, another one who can't remember a time being depressed during the holidays. Uh-huh. Um, wow. That's interesting though. Okay, so okay, I'll go. I'll tell you why it's been that way for me a lot. Well, because I remember this is so weird that it would be, and that's a word I don't really use, but I have a lot of memories of being depressed during holidays, but I also remember the last year that I was out on the streets, in my addiction and all of that. And there were four of us, and we were in a trailer, somebody's trailer, and we had spent all of our money on dope. And Christmas morning came, and guess what we had for dinner?
StreamYard is
Pack it.
bullshit.
It's not StreamYard.
Oh no.
This happens all the time to me on StreamYard. That's why I quit using it. It was never working.
What are you
Every
using
time
now?
I've tried nothing. I got sick and tired of
Okay, but don't get a black van from StreamYard to be coming up and down my
Oh,
street.
sorry, StreamYard.
Right. I don't know her. Matter of fact, how did she get in here? There. I love you, StreamYard. Okay, I'm back. Was I sucky? Was I sucking up? Sorry. Anyway, I just don't need any more tech stuff wrong. So, but I was saying, we had condiments, a spoonful of relish, some of those packets of ketchup and mustard, and we split one mayo because they're bigger for each person. And that's what we ate. That's all we had. But believe it or not, I wasn't depressed because I was looking at those condiments, believe it or not, on that plate and was going, I bet you there's somebody not that isn't eating anything outside in the cold, you
Yeah.
know. For some odd reason, that plate of condiments made me more grateful than a table full of food from all those years before. It was really
How old were you when you had that thought?
when that happened with the condiments.
Yeah.
Oh, I was probably 30. I hadn't found my mom yet, so that means I was less than 32. So somewhere between 28 and 32, somewhere in there.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. But interestingly enough, having buried two mothers, I don't get depressed about people during the holidays. I don't get depressed at all anymore. Why? Because we've created our own traditions of what it means for us. Like we go to Mexico to our place there, right? The day after Christmas for 2 weeks. We love doing our things here in the house, the decorating, and it's mainly for us. Sometimes we'll have a party, sometimes we won't. Just the things that I'm building with Brian and we pull out, we collect ornaments, you know, with our family, with Ethel and Lucy. So let's talk about this. Do you is there
I like
anyone
the songs.
Oh, I do too. Christmas music.
We don't
Okay.
have our Christmas music is different. Like when I started doing American Christmas, I was like, this is kind of boring. In Spanish Christmas, it'd be like, ta, 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 and all the music's about food and family.
That's good. Do you know how to make those tamales
Yeah.
that they do at Christmas?
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, you should ship me some.
I will.
You promise?
No, I will. And I'll send you some of our Spanish rum.
Oh. See what happens when you open your mouth and you ask for things? Spanish rum on top of it. Thank you. So, what about people around us? You know, I mean, like this. No offense, Joy Turner. I didn't have to say her last name. No offense, Joy with no name at the end. Okay, I already said it. Anyway, that's my ADHD. It's like this. When Joy is depressed about something, she comes over to our house to get her spirits lifted. She knows we have a ton of fresh flowers all the time. And then she comes in and she'll say, why do you have all those flowers? It makes it feel like a funeral home. But then when she's not feeling that way and she shows up, So it's like people find what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Is what I think. Right? If you need a reason to feel shitty, you're going to find one. If you're looking for a reason to be grateful, to be joyful, you're going to find one. So let's talk about your favorite part in your house during the holiday season. And I don't want to just say Christmas because it's not just Christmas. Some people are already starting to baptize themselves in depression because they know Thanksgiving is coming up. So, Oracle, you're not frozen.
My favorite.
Whoever's not frozen gets to talk.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, right? That other face she got on is even more epic. Oh my God, Jamie.
I know. The woman of 1,000 faces.
Oh Lord. That was so good.
Go ahead. You're on.
So in my house, it's since we were little, we would play Spanish Christmas music. It's very lively. And my mom has a big old box of instruments.
The same song over and over. There's only one Spanish Christmas song. Of course, everyone knows that.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
What other Spanish Christmas song is there? Hello. Okay, go ahead. Your mom has a basket or something. Go ahead.
Yeah, my mom has this big basket. It comes out once a year, and it has like a maraca, like the shaky thing. It has a whole bunch of instruments in it.
Okay.
It has the palitos. And we all play to the Spanish music, like, you know, even though no one knows how to really play an instrument, it doesn't matter.
I saw that.
It's
You
always
showed that a
dancing.
couple years ago on your page, and you guys were just like running around the living room, no rhyme, no reason, like a band of gypsies.
Yeah.
I
When we
saw
do
that.
that, we do that every year, and it's very, very loud and
I loved
lively
it.
and fun, and there's no judgment. It's just free flow. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. It's just like, oh, it's Christmas. Let's get the cheer in,
So
and you make it.
would you say that's a family tradition?
Yes, that is, and
Okay.
and when I'm alone and I'm somewhere, if I'm not there for
Musical
Christmas,
chairs.
I still do the same thing. I'll have my little sticks. I'll take them with me wherever I go, and I will show my non-Spanish friends. This is what we do for
Let it
Christmas.
snow, let it snow.
Nice. There goes, now it's her. I
Maybe
don't
because
think,
I'm in the middle, I get skipped over.
I know. No, they don't want to mess with you because they know you got powers. Well, they better start figuring mine out because I'm tired of this. So, but I think badass bitch is having some trouble in her areas because she's out in the boonies. So, okay.
And we also eat Spanish. We something called pernil, which is like a Spanish seasoned pork, and we have that for and those the things that you call tamales. We have that.
What do you mean those things I call tamales?
Because it has another name too. I just can't think of the name right now. It's not there.
You gotta ditch my name and not have the replacement
I
ready
don't
to go.
remember it. I don't remember it.
What you call? That's like saying, oh my God, kill me.
It's like when you can't get a word that you always use,
Oh, I
And
get
we
that
have
all the
this
time. Mainly when it comes to remembering my name. But anyway, okay, she's back.
it's like a cinnamon rice with milk.
Oh,
Dulce de leche.
I had that. I've had that.
Yeah, we have
I've
that
had
too.
before. Yeah, it's good. Good. And I like those cinnamon, those things they deep fry and put that powdery, like that sugar on it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good too.
Jamie's back.
Yeah. Hi, Jamie. Jamie, so you have a son and you have Beard. Do you guys have any traditions in the holiday season at your house that you started?
Oh yeah. We make our own decorations. We make like flakes, a lot of snowflakes. Do art, and we mainly do stuff like that.
Well,
She's talking.
She's
Um,
yeah.
We can still hear you.
we oh cool. We bake and do art and stuff like that. That's what we do. There's no Christmas tree or anything like that. We don't get in the whole Santa Claus. Brandon knows that the truth and stuff. So we just spend time. We spend a lot of time.
Now wait a minute. I know what I want to ask you, Jamie, because I see your food that you post on your page and whatnot. I do the same thing. But during the holidays, please tell me that you back off your organic biologist cooking ass and make something decadent. I mean, something that's like a real holiday dessert with some sugar and shit in it.
I'm sure it all has cannabis butter and
that
sugar.
peach cobbler. Thank you. I'm making that for Thanksgiving because we're hosting, but we're hosting at my in-laws' house in Michigan. But we're hosting, which means we got to make all the food. Jamie Lane, I'm just saying, seriously. Side note, I was looking for 11 years for the perfect peach cobbler recipe. And I'm just saying, this is not a racist statement, but Black folks, we love our peach cobbler. It's like greens and dressing. You cannot eat just anybody's. Everybody's very, very picky about it. Too much cinnamon, not enough nutmeg. I need more dough. All these things. And who do you think finally gave me that perfect peach cobbler recipe? Everybody ranted and raved. I mean, Jamie, girl, I don't know where'd you get that recipe?
I take compilations. I do my own. Because they're not sweet enough. They're not good enough. They're not doughy enough. You know what I'm saying? Girl needs her sugar.
I'm just saying.
So
can I have this recipe? I mean, I'm part of the cool kids.
Oh my goodness. It is the best. It's beautiful to look at. It's still beautiful when you dip into it. Then you get into the taste realm. Am I going on too much about it? But it's worth it. Girl, I took my finger and went all around it when it was gone because they tore it up. I got to make a double one this time. It's that good.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, girl.
Yep. If you guys want the recipe, put it in the comments. I'll make sure you get it. Seriously, because
Yeah.
I have it, and you were so concise in your told me exactly how many times to stir something, and don't take your eye off. I mean, she's like, you think she's in the kitchen because she's so. You'll see, but it's worth it.
I
Okay,
take my baking seriously. I love cooking, man. I love
I
it.
do too. Okay, so what is your favorite holiday treat? Oh, let's not say treat. Holiday food. Holiday food. And Oracle,
Yes.
if you can pick something other than okay, what's your American favorite thing about Christmas food or holiday food? Because Thanksgiving,
American. That's hard. I don't know.
you don't have any of that in yours at all.
I usually bring everybody to my parents' house.
Oh, and then it's pretty traditional once you're there.
Yeah, and it's savory. Savory, the pernil. It has it takes all day for that thing to cook, and the flavors and spices is amazing. Usually when I go to someone else's house, it never compares. So I really
Do you guys make pies and cakes and stuff?
no, the dessert we usually buy, but because
Oh,
all this time is spent on the savory.
there she go again, out in the boonies. Um, wow, who knew? Who knew? Let me see
You know
what's
what?
going
And
on.
like, and for the other part, like my other friends are like Asian or like on that side of the world, and they really focus on savories as well. So, yeah, savory is a thing.
Savory is the thing. Jamie, you're back. Everybody wants your recipes. So, Jamie, will you go in the comments and look, and then I'll Christopher.
People are going to be winning these pie contests with Jamie's recipe, and we're going to just call it the Jamie pie.
It should be popping up on my feed any day now, as a memory, because I mean that's how I kept eating that peach cobbler for like 3 weeks after it was gone by going to my page and looking at it. It was like,
You
I'm
know
not
what I
kidding.
never had until I went to one of my white friends' house was ham with applesauce on top of it. And
Oh,
I had that for like a holiday, and I thought that was interesting. I never had
I
that
heard
before.
of pork chops and applesauce on the Brady Bunch.
It was
Pork
ham.
chops and applesauce.
Yep.
Oh,
I remember eating that growing up.
finally, a Robert Brooker comment I can actually show on the screen. I'm kidding.
I know it
I'm
covers the whole
kidding,
thing.
Robert. I love you, buddy. Robert says when I was 20, my favorite pie was Lorna pie. Wait a minute. Did he just set me up? Is that a real thing, or was that somebody you dated?
No, savage. Savage.
The badass cobbler. Ooh, that's a good name for it.
The badass cobbler. Oh, but it
Thank you,
definitely needs.
Lori. See
Yeah.
what happens when we pour into each other. Wow.
I'm
Hey
never gonna
Lauren,
forget
remember
that.
that was after the first time I saw your show, and you mentioned it on the show. It was like a year ago. It was in November. It was a year ago, our anniversary. And then I sent you the peach cobbler, and you didn't see it because I didn't want to disturb you if you were real serious. Because people say shit, but they don't really mean it. I said I'm going to send him my peach cobbler recipe. I love this guy. Who is Lauren?
And yes, that's what brought us together.
Yeah.
Oh, the cobbler connection.
Ah, the cobbler connection.
Where have you been?
I'm working.
Ooh.
I know. I had to sneak in because I love you guys.
Aww,
We love you
too, Tracy.
Wait a
Tracy,
minute. That's not a green screen.
No.
You
She's
got a
working.
whole living something
I
behind you.
saw it.
Yeah,
Isn't that
because
beautiful?
the green screen is on the side. So my setup is like, I got
What
one
is
desk
that,
here, one
though?
desk here.
What is that? Is that a banner?
No, that's the green screen.
Oh.
That's the light putting the whole living show banner on the green screen.
Oh.
It looks
Well,
kind of cool, actually.
it does.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
So Tracy, did you hear we saw you were watching.
Yeah.
So you know about were you ever depressed during the holidays?
I can't remember a time, and the only reason why I say that is because he's looking like because I've always been with my family for the holidays. Like I'm always surrounded by a lot of family, so I can't remember a time where I was depressed.
What about when you're a kid and you didn't get that thing you wanted?
No, it didn't matter because there was so many of us around, like so many of us, and we had so many kids around when I was younger too. Like
And
it
when you
seemed
were
like,
Think
sick,
is, wait a minute.
huh?
Here we go.
and
Here
when
we go.
and not when
By
you
a
were sick.
show, wait, by a show of
When I
hands,
was
you're gonna
sick,
be glad I brought this up. Trust
no.
me. Get ready for one of your favorite memories. It's gonna make everybody smile. I guarantee it, even out there. Who remembers when you couldn't wait to not be sat at the kids' table?
Oh yeah,
Remember? Oh,
Do
come
that at
on.
ours.
You gotta raise your hand.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't do
Is that a
that.
black thing? How come nobody else did it?
I
No,
had a lot of cousins. I liked my cousins.
we
We didn't
Yeah,
did.
want to
but
be
didn't
the
you
adults.
have
They
the
were
kids'
afraid.
table?
Yeah,
The kids' table was always off to the side like a card table.
yeah.
That was a pleasure.
I know, but
It
I
was.
couldn't wait to get to the big people table for some reason.
Yeah, I thought I was a grown up for a long time, so I felt that way too. I wanted to be at the grown up table.
Especially when you're at the top of the food chain. You're like the oldest and you're down there with the babies.
Yeah,
It was and they always had stuff on the big people table that they didn't give us.
oh,
All the good
we didn't
shit.
have that
Oh,
issue. We
Oh, they
didn't have
did in
that
our house.
because
sorry.
the food was like all on one table, so everybody went for the food. Like
Oh,
it
and just when you
was.
got your plate and sat
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So Jamie and Oracle, you guys never sat at the kids' table?
I
There
definitely
was
did, but my cousins were always similar to age to me. So I never felt like I wanted to go to the big people table. We were good.
Wow.
we didn't have separate tables. There was my parents were pretty shitty, so we just had Thanksgiving with ourselves. So there were 7 kids and 2 parents. So there wasn't a separate table. It was mostly kids. So they were sitting at our fucking table.
Oh, what did Robert say? Being left-handed, I often had an seat, and I was quite all right with that. That's so funny. I just love Robert. I do. I just love Robert. It's like you never. He's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Thank you, Forrest Gump, for that. So, but okay, Tracy, what about traditions? You're a single mom.
Hmm.
Did you bring over a lot of the traditions? But what about when you and Jordan? Have you guys ever had a Christmas just the two of you?
Only in the morning. Yeah, like so our tradition. So I always stayed up all night. I love sleeping underneath the tree lights and wrapping gifts on Christmas Eve and listening
Girl,
to Christmas music by myself after Jordan went to sleep. That's what I would do. And then I would sleep on the couch so that I could, be there when he runs in to come open his presents. Dead tired because I'd stayed up all night drinking like a glass of wine with the Christmas music, wrapping gifts with the lights on. That was
a
my
glass.
jam. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know what's next.
Mm.
I'm just saying it just came. Okay,
Okay.
holiday signature alcoholic drink. I'll go first.
Okay.
I don't know what you call them, but it's rum chata,
Hmm.
vodka, caramel, and chocolate. And then you put a crumpled, what are those things? The red and white things?
Candy cane.
Peppermint stick, candy
Oh.
cane sprinkled on the top. It's a martini. To die for. To die for. Do you have a holiday drink, Tracy?
I personally don't, but in my family they did. I don't like eggnog, but it's spiked eggnog. So whatever you want to spike it with, that's what they did. That's what they
I don't
did.
like it either. I don't
Yeah,
like eggnog either.
yeah.
Oracle?
We have the Spanish rum, and
Oh, yeah.
it's like coconut mix with coco lope and some pineapple. It's pretty bomb. I don't drink. I haven't drank for like 9 years, but I like to make it. I'd like other people to be happy with it because it's a
I know
special.
that's right. Jamie? Now I know it's probably like holiday joints at your house.
I don't drink either.
Peppermint flavored joints.
Yeah,
I'm coming for your
don't
house then, Jamie.
I don't like peppermint. I don't like alcohol. I don't drink. So it would be like cannabis coffee or, cannabis hemp milk or, THC infused.
I know, but are you going to give it some holiday flavor? Like, I don't know, cranberry or something?
Cannabis and coffee so damn awesome. It doesn't need any extra thing. That's what's so beautiful about it.
Okay.
I don't like
mark.
pumpkin or all that weird spice. I use a dash of nutmeg, like I told you to brush off in the peach cobbler thing, right? Remember?
Right.
Very,
She was like, don't put it on, brush off that extra, brush it.
Yeah, just off the top because it goes a long way because it can be overwhelming. Yeah,
when
so
it bakes, it gets stronger.
Yeah. So I'm very, very, very conservative when it comes to holiday flavors like that.
I agree. Now, has everyone here hosted a holiday meal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question: on your table, centerpiece or no centerpiece?
Well,
throughout the day while I'm giving out like appetizers, I do that. I keep some decorations, but eventually it will need to be moved. I mean, I like to put like desserts
All
one
the food,
place.
but
Yeah.
When I had my wellness center, we would do that. We would start the table off with the decorations, and then as all the members would come in, we'd take off the decorations and fill the table with food.
Okay. Robert said, I love me some eggnog. I can and do chug the whole thing. So I
Can you imagine him drunk on eggnog saying these off the wall shit?
Yes. I want to be there. Okay. And Misty Lee says she'll get foolish on some table decor. I'm that way. I like the cornucopia on the sidebar. I like a flower thing in the middle with some candles and all, I'm all about the candlelight and the ambience, especially on Christmas Eve.
Oh man, me too.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of Christmas Eve? That's better than Christmas sometimes to me, Christmas Eve.
We open our gifts on Christmas Eve, and we always
did too when I was growing up. I don't do that anymore. Really?
Yeah, when I was little, we did. We don't do it anymore either.
We don't. I wonder what that was. Grown folks want to sleep the next day. So we're in the giving season. A lot of stuff coming up. We've been avoiding a lot of the commercial connections to holidays, but outside of shopping and all that kinds of stuff, what is it you would say that you're most grateful for when you are coming into Thanksgiving? Because we've all been at that table on Thanksgiving where they go, everybody.
I love that part.
Oh, and he froze.
Oh, he froze in the most perfect way. Screenshot.
I know. Oh, such a cute picture.
I just screenshotted
Wait,
it.
I'm gonna see if I can catch it.
Go ahead, Oracle. Say what you're grateful for.
Oh, there, you're back.
Oh man, I missed it.
Nope.
That
So
was such a good
I'm
one.
grateful for my being with my family and just that sense of homeness, like we think that gifts are everything, but when you start to prioritize you start to really see what your values are. You notice that family is above and relationships is above finances and gifts. So definitely that.
Yeah, I second that.
I third that.
Mm-hmm.
And I fourth it, and I don't have a clue what it was. I'm just following the herd. What were y'all talking about?
Oracle was saying what she was grateful for.
Tracy's next, I guess.
Yeah, for me, it's the same thing. It's family. For over the years, for my whole entire life, my family has been there. So it's family. And even with me now, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to New Jersey for Thanksgiving, but I do have cousins from my mom's side here in North Carolina. So that's where I'll be for Thanksgiving. And we grew up together, so it's still going to be pretty much the same. So it's family always.
I'm grateful for having a partner that I can rely on and having someone
Lord Jesus
that I trust to carry on this life, to carry out the daily tasks, to take care of my son, to take care of our home. That is super important to me. And we don't have a lot of money. We don't rely on that. We rely on each other. And we're our own currency to be there. And that is something that I want to be mindful of this holiday season.
That's beautiful. I just gotta say that.
Robert's on a roll. Robert said, "Oh wait, that's Christopher. Hold on, Christopher. I'm coming back to that." Robert said, "I did go to Christmas Eve service with wife number one. How many have you had, Robert?" He be going through them. Oh, okay, Robert.
Harem.
Right. And Christopher says, this struck me. He says it was a moment. He's talking about, think about it. It was a moment where there were no worries for a change on Christmas Day. That's true. It was kind of magical. When you're a kid, you can't go to sleep the night before. Remember, I was going to bed. The sun wouldn't even be down. I'm going to bed. They wouldn't have to ask me to go because I want to go to bed so Santa Claus would come. Then I couldn't go to sleep, And I do remember that one time when I was 6 and I peed in the bed on Christmas Eve, and I was devastated because I just knew Santa Claus was going to give me nothing but clothes and stuff because I had been bad and had peed in the bed. And I confided that to my sister, and she was like, "You're probably right." Right? Why would you tell that to the sister you cannot stand, the one above you who beats you up all the time? Anyway, so what are your plans this year? And let's all figure out one thing new that we can incorporate that is of service to us and others, or that you keep going. I already have my thing. I'll start that I like. I started it 2 years ago, going through toll booths when I would go to the in-laws' house and stuff for the holidays, because there's tolls everywhere you go here in Chicago. But I would pay the toll for the next two people behind me. And you'd see them flashing their lights, or they'd get up beside you and wave and thank you, that sort of thing. It's very interesting, I find, because you wait to see if they acknowledge you, but then you set it up so that it doesn't necessarily have to be acknowledged. It's very interesting. So who wants to start? If you have one that you do your own little secret thing, like your own little secret Santa thing, or one that you might be open to bringing in this year.
I normally do the coffee thing because I'm in Wawa a lot. And so that's
What
always
is
been
Wawa?
Wawa is like our side 7-Eleven or like Turkey Hill or whatever you guys have.
Oh, okay.
It's like a store. And
so
but
you
this
buy
year
coffee for someone.
You get coffee, right? But this year I was actually thinking about that the other day, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna set up somewhere in a park and just talk to random strangers and give them messages. I think that's what I'm doing this year. I think that'd be fun.
I could just, if I walk, but hey, your credit score is about to drop 7 points. I'm like, mind your business, bitch. That's what I'm just saying. Oh, and listen to this. Here's the most shocking thing from a Christmas. Most of you know my Brian. Can you imagine this? Brian came home 2 years ago. It's the first year, like right when we were the COVID thing and people were out and you had stuff, but everybody had a weird, get away from me, that kind of thing. Brian was getting me a new gym bag, and he had been putting stuff in it from these big tables at the store, and he laid it there. And sorry, Dominique, but a Spanish woman came up and was speaking in Spanish. She had it and wouldn't let go of it, and he started pulling on it, and he had to call store management and stuff. And he was like, "You are not getting this back. How do you think this stuff?" And when he came home, I was like, "You?" He was like, "Yeah, she's lucky she was a woman." Right. And I'm like, oh my God. So the holidays can trigger a lot of weird things in people. Right. So who else has something new that they want to try, or you already are doing, that's your own little secret thing you do to find joy in the holidays?
I don't do anything secret, and I don't do anything for other people.
I got one. You could start by sending some CBD. So never mind. Lord, never mind.
Here's a joint. Here's a Christmas joint.
Right? I will smoke you out. You are more than welcome
Merry
to
Christmas.
come to my home.
You want to smoke?
Right.
You having a bad day?
Yeah, like I focus on me a lot, and I started incorporating more rituals this year for myself, like during my shedding and my cycle and stuff like that. Like, I wanted to say, yeah, dude, fuck yeah. I empower.
Wait. No. No. You
My
did not.
point was, if you're feeling depressed, enact a ritual for yourself, embrace it, figure it out, and go through a ritual for yourself to lift yourself out, whether that's coloring or, making something yourself or drawing a picture or whatever. Create a ritual, create a tradition, embrace this time. If you're feeling low, embrace yourself and find a way to enrich yourself.
To enrich yourself. Exactly. Let's put it this way. We have about 1 minute left. And I just wanted to say this. Whatever you do, find something that brings to you and closest to you. Just remember, holidays were intended originally for celebration. So find something in your world that is worth celebrating. Trust me, it deserves it, and you deserve it. So that's it for this month's Ask the Experts. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll see you next month. And thank you to all of you experts. Have the best holiday ever. Have the best Thanksgiving. Be safe out there, and tell all your loved ones that we love
Happy
them.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Listen, you guys, get out of here. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. My guest tomorrow is Cesar R. Espino. Never been here, but boy, will we be glad he was after this time tomorrow. Get out and be the best version of yourself. And remember, whatever you do, mean it so it can become meaningful instantly somewhere in your universe. Have a great day. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.